Hello everybody, welcome to yet another video. According to the United Nations, the top 5 world's biggest problems include things like climate change, wars, military conflict, water contamination, human rights violation, poverty, and a bunch of other stuff that I will not mention because I want to keep this video as short as possible. But the one thing they do not mention was hair loss. So most people would agree with me that losing your hair would be one of the worst things that could happen to you. Psychological studies have shown that women that lose their hair tend to be insecure, they tend to have high levels of anxiety, anger, depression, decreased confidence, decreased work performance, social withdrawal, and in some rare cases they can also have suicidal intentions or suicidal tendencies. So this video is meant for those who are losing hair or want to grow their hair much longer than it is, or simply just know someone who's losing hair and would like to help, right? So for those who are curious, please check out the links in the description box below because they can be very helpful. You'll be able to understand the science behind most of these things. So this video was inspired by an uncle of mine who's struggling with severe hair loss. So he called me some weeks ago asking for some remedies. Pharmacist's role is not only dispensing drugs or medications, but our role also covers recommending non-medicinal based therapies and sometimes natural interventions, because natural interventions tend to have minimal or no side effects at the end of the day, right? So in this video we'll discuss 4 natural remedies that you can use to grow your hair faster or prevent the effects of baldness. But then the $1,000,000 question is, what causes hair loss? So hair loss can be caused by a variety of things, including things like zinc deficiency, B vitamin deficiency, or deficiency of things such as biotin. Biotin deficiency can be caused by intake of certain antibiotics that we call broad spectrum antibiotics. So these antibiotics can distort the microbiota in your gut, right? And then the microbiota is responsible for production of biotin. And so this can eventually, or in some patients, cause them to lose their hair, right? However, there is a more common and prominent cause of hair loss. So by the age of 50, approximately 50% of men have lost significantly enough hair that it becomes noticeable. And then it is also common sense that hair loss or baldness is more common in men. But then the reason is, why is that? Men produce 20 times more testosterone than females. But then the question is, why is testosterone so much linked to hair loss? The human testis contains Leydig cells. So these Leydig cells are driven by hormones produced by the hypothalamus and the posterior pituitary gland, are stimulated to produce an androgen called testosterone. So testosterone is responsible for secondary male characteristics that are commonly seen at puberty in males, right? However, it can be changed into a more potent form called dihydroxytestosterone by an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase, right? So this potent form of testosterone does not have any severe effects in normal concentrations. However, when excessive, concentrations of DHT can cause proliferation of prostate cells and leads to prostate cancer. That's very, very bad, right? Another thing that DHT can do is that it can affect the hair follicle and then cause baldness. So this type of baldness is called male pattern baldness. But take note that it can also occur in females, right? But then it's less likely to occur in females because females generally have less testosterone than men, right? The scientific word used to describe this type of baldness is androgenic alopecia.